Hello students, I Kamlesh Kumar. Welcome to all of you at my YouTube channel Social Science Academy. In this video, we are going to start the topic dual government in Bengal. In the previous video, we have already discussed about the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar. So, Battle of Buxar completely established the control of British rule in India. It paved the ways for the British control in India. In that process, the dual government was introduced in 1765 in Bengal. So let us see here what is the meaning of dual government. What was it? Actually, dual government refers to that type of government uh, where there are two authorities equivalent to government and they are working in the same areas with different powers. So, in the dual government, those powers who were for maximizing or for earning revenue were kept with the Britishers, and those powers who were expensive or where the money was to be expended, it was given to the Indian rulers. So in Bengal, what happened? Dual government was introduced in 1765, in which the collection of the right to collect revenue was given to Britishers, which was called Diwani right, and administrative power were given to the Indian rulers or the Nawab of Bengal. He was which was expensive and in which the money was to be expended. And beside this Diwani rights, the Britishers also got the power to control army, judiciary. So in this way, Britishers were in the beneficiary position, and Indian rulers were in the loser position. So finally, in 1772, Warren Hastings, the governor of the then Bengal, was he abolished this dual government, and he finally established full control in Bengal by the Britishers. So this is the story of conquest of Bengal. In the previous video, we have talked about the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar. In this video, we have seen what was the dual government. Now let us shift to the another topic, that is Anglo-Mysore War. This is very important battle, a series of battle which were fought between the Mysore estate and the Britishers, which is known as Anglo-Mysore Wars. This was battle, a series of battle of four battles. Two were led by Hyder Ali and two were led by Tipu Sultan. So what happened? First, let us see where was this Mysore estate located. So wait for a minute. Let us understand through the map. So suppose this was India at the Britishers' time, and here where today we see the state of this Karnataka, this was known as Mysore at that time. So what happened in this particular state, Mysore state, there was a dynasty ruling around 1760 that was called the Wadiyar dynasty, and this Wadiyar dynasty was thrown away by Hyder Ali, who became the Nawab of Mysore in 1760. So what happened after that? The first Anglo-Mysore War started in 1767 and went for 2 years and it ended in 1769. What happened? Hyder Ali gained some success even against British and almost captured Madras in 1767. The Nizam, the Marathas and the English made triple alliance. So where this Nizam were, Hyderabad was here, and here in the north side of this Mysore, here were Marathas, like this Marathas, and here were Nizam. So Britishers made alliance with this Nizam and Maratha against this Hyder Ali. So here is Hyder Ali, and here are enemies, Nizam, Marathas, and Britishers. They were against the this Hyder Ali. So what he did, Hyder Ali secretly broke this Nizam and Marathas from Britishers, and he easily defeated Britishers. So it was a very good battle for Hyder Ali. In this battle, he easily defeated Britishers by in their ways. So this was the first. This was the first Anglo-Mysore war, which ended in the favor of this Hyder Ali, and the Britishers were forced to sign a peace treaty with Hyder Ali. Now let us move to the next battle, that is Second Anglo-Mysore War, which started in 1780 and went up to 1784. In 1780, the English wanted attack the French at Mahe. So what happened? Let us see again. Wait for 1 minute. Yes, what happened? So in 1780, this Hyder Ali refused British permission. Britishers wanted permission from Hyder Ali that he should allow Britishers to attack on French colony, that was Mahe. But this Hyder Ali was having friendly relation with the French, and he refused it, that they could not, the Britishers could not attack on their French territory, that is Mahe, and it was increased enmity between the Hyder Ali and this Britishers. So Hyder Ali captured Arcot by defeating the English army, and he also again broke away this Nizam and Marathas from the favor of Britishers. The British broke the alliance. In spite of that, Hyder Ali gave a crushing defeat to the British. In the previous battle, that was the first Anglo-Mysore war, this Nizam and Marathas were broke away from the British side by Hyder Ali, and they were with Hyder Ali. But in next battle, what happened? These Britishers broke away Nizam and Marathas from Hyder Ali, and Hyder Ali became alone. So being alone, he crushed Britishers, he defeated Britishers. So Hyder Ali died, but his son Tipu Sultan continued to fight against the British. Hyder Ali died in the battle, he lost his life, and his son Tipu Sultan became the next Sultan of this Mysore state, and he continued battle. The battle concluded, Tipu Sultan faced defeat in this battle. The battle concluded after the Treaty of Mangalore in 1784. This is very, very important. You can note down Mangalore Treaty 1784 between Britishers and Tipu Sultan. It can be asked in the examination who were the signatories of Mangalore Treaty in 1784. So the battle concluded, the Second Anglo-Mysore War concluded with the Treaty of Mangalore in 1784, when both the parties decided to restore each other's conquered territories and set the prisoners free. So they compromised. Britishers and Tipu Sultan both compromised. They returned won territories, areas to each other, and this battle ended with a compromised notes. Now let us move to the Third Anglo-Mysore War that started in 1789 and it went up to 1792. Tipu Sultan allied with the French and invaded the nearby state of Travancore in 1789, which was a British ally. This Travancore state was the friends of Britishers. So what happened? Tipu Sultan, who was having friendly relationship with French, he invaded Travancore, and Travancore was having friendly relations with Britishers. So clarify it. Who were there? Sultan, Tipu Sultan and French were friend. Now Travancore and Britishers were friend. Tipu Sultan attacked on Travancore in 1789 and this caused the Third Anglo-Mysore War, beginning of Third Mysore War. The British were already looking for an excuse to crush Tipu's power. So Britishers were already in the already searching a cause, looking for a cause, excuse, that when Tipu Sultan intervene, when Tipu Sultan make a mistake and they can attack on him. So it became a cause of concern for Britishers, and hence a war started between the two, resulting in the defeat of Mysore. So what happened in Third Anglo-Mysore War? Tipu Sultan lost the battle. The war ended after the siege of Seringapatam, which was capital of Mysore under Tipu Sultan in 1792. Tipu was forced to sign a treaty of Seringapatam. In Seringapatam, a treaty was signed between Britishers and the Tipu Sultan. Mysore had to hand over half of its territory, so it was very huge loss for Mysore state. It lost half of its territory to the Britishers, and with this defeat and losing the half of its territory, Tipu had to mortgage, had to hostage its two sons to the Britishers. So Britishers captured the two sons of this Tipu Sultan in Third Anglo-Mysore War. So it can be asked in the examination, which treaty was signed in the Third Anglo-Mysore War, that is Treaty of Seringapatam between Britishers and Tipu Sultan. You can note down, it can be asked in the examination. So this is the story of Third Anglo-Mysore War. Now let us move to the decisive battle, that is 1799, and in this battle Tipu Sultan lost his life. So Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, that was fought in 1799. When Lord Wellesley became the Governor General of India in 1798, so it can be asked in the examination, in which year Lord Wellesley became the Governor General of India. In 1798 he became the Governor General of India. Tipu Sultan's alliance with the French was seen as a threat to the East India Company. So Tipu Sultan and this French were friends, and this was cause of concern for the East India Company. They were seeing that this Tipu with French are becoming more powerful, and they should be their power should be minimized. As a result, what happened? Mysore was attacked from all four sides. So here was Mysore, as I have shown in map to all of you. So it was attacked from all sides. All sides it was attacked from Britishers. The British won a decisive victory at Seringapatam in 1799. So in 1799, finally this Tipu Sultan was defeated by the Britishers. Tipu was killed during the defense of the city. Much of the remaining Mysorean territory was annexed by the British. they captured whole Mysore state, the Nizam and the Marathas. So beside this Mysore, Nizam and Marathas were also subjugated under the British control. So the remaining core around Mysore and Seringamapatnam was restored to the Indian prince belonging to the Vodar dynasty who ruled till 1947. So before Hyder Ali there was Vodar family. So after defeating this Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, what Britishers did, they returned core area, which were the dynastic area of this Vodar family, Mysore. It was returned to Vodar dynasty, but under the control of Britishers. So this was the fourth Anglo-Mysore war, and we have seen that. Wait for a minute. What we have seen, that after establishing control on east coast, they moved towards west coast, and the first state was Mysore, which were annexed by the Britishers and by defeating Tipu Sultan in 1799. So that's all about the Anglo-Mysore War. Now in the next video, that will be next video, we will discuss about the Anglo-Maratha wars, Maratha wars with Britishers. So be ready for that. Before watching video, you go through this current video, that is Anglo-Mysore war, and have a nice day. Thank you.